The Wise Fool. A story of hidden strategy. In the grand palace of a prosperous kingdom, there lived a minister renowned throughout the land for his extraordinary wisdom. No problem was too complex, no riddle too difficult for him to solve. The king trusted him completely, never making important decisions without seeking his counsel first. But success breeds envy, and the other courtiers watched with growing resentment as the minister's influence grew. One morning, after the daily court session, the king approached his trusted adviser with a puzzled expression. "My dear minister," the king began, "you are undoubtedly the wisest man in my kingdom. Yet I must ask you something that troubles me deeply. Your son appears to lack even basic intelligence." The minister's face tightened. "Your Majesty, what makes you say such a thing about my boy? Every morning when I visit the marketplace to meet with my people, your son is there among the crowd. I pose the same question to him daily: which is more valuable, gold or silver? And every single time, without fail, he answers, silver. Yet the entire marketplace erupts in laughter. How can the son of such a brilliant man be so foolish?" The courtiers, who had gathered to listen, began snickering behind their hands. The minister felt heat rise in his cheeks, but he maintained his composure and bowed respectfully before leaving the court. Racing home, the minister found his son reading quietly in the study. "Son," he said, trying to keep his voice steady, "which metal is more valuable, gold or silver?" "Gold, of course, father," the young man replied without hesitation. "Then why?" The minister's voice rose. "Do you tell the king that silver is more valuable? The entire court now mocks our family because of your foolishness." The son looked up calmly and smiled. "Father, let me show you something." Leading his father to his bedroom, the son opened a large wooden chest. Inside, hundreds of silver coins gleamed in neat stacks, catching the afternoon light streaming through the window. The minister stared in amazement. "How did you acquire so much wealth?" "These are all gifts from the king," his son explained patiently. "Every morning His Majesty places 2 coins before me, 1 gold, 1 silver, and asks me to choose the more valuable one. I always choose the silver coin. He laughs, calls me a fool, and walks away satisfied with his little daily entertainment." The minister began to understand, but his son continued, "Father, the moment I choose the gold coin and demonstrate that I know its true value, the game ends forever. The king will stop asking his question, and my daily silver coin will disappear. Why would I trade away a steady income for the sake of appearing clever just once?" "But son, 1 gold coin is worth more than 1 silver coin."
"True, but is 1 gold coin worth more than hundreds of silver coins? The king enjoys feeling superior to the foolish minister's son. His entertainment has a price, and he pays it gladly every day without realizing it." The minister looked at his son with new eyes, seeing not foolishness but remarkable strategic thinking.
His boy had turned the court's mockery into a profitable venture, using patience and long-term planning to achieve what others couldn't see. "You let them think you're a fool," the minister said slowly, "while you quietly build your fortune." "Exactly, father. Sometimes the greatest wisdom appears as foolishness to those who can't see beyond the surface. I would rather be called a fool and live comfortably than be praised for my intelligence and lose my daily bread." From that day forward, whenever courtiers mocked his son's supposed foolishness, the minister would simply smile knowingly and walk away. The lesson: the world is full of people who mistake performance for substance, who confuse being loud with being right, and who value the appearance of wisdom over its practical application. Sometimes the wisest strategy is to let others underestimate you while you quietly work toward your goals. Sometimes being thought a fool by fools is the highest compliment you can receive. The son understood something profound. Sustainable success often requires patience, strategy, and the wisdom to see beyond immediate gratification. While others competed for recognition and praise, he built something lasting. True wisdom often wears the mask of simplicity, and the deepest strategies are those that others cannot recognize. In a world that rewards the loudest voice, sometimes the greatest power lies in being underestimated.